Nice kick from China, tap back. Pushing it out wide is China. That's Lee. Now Zhang gives it out wide. China pushing this ball out wide with a lot of pace. Nicely done by the Chinese, trying to hold up. Sri Lanka trying to contest on the breakdown. Running once again to the blight. Slips. Opportunity for Sri Lanka to turn over ball. They have. Now Pereda. That's Tanuja Dilrukshi. And a penalty for her. And the skipper, Sri Lankan skipper, is down. Not looking good. There you go on replay. Oops. Doesn't look good. She's a strong lady, she's up. Coach Chandrashan Pereda. It'll be interesting to see what tactics he will use. Will he use Virat Kohli in that center? Now it's a big Kumudumali taking the ball into contact. Sri Lanka trying to play at pace. Virat Kohli drops the ball off. Referee playing advantage for China. And now China with the ball. Zhu. Penalty for China once again. Offside, Sri Lanka. China trying to take this ball. Quick tap taken. Sri Lanka now. Turnover ball. Knock forward, says the referee. Lanka Sevens Pereira, the scrum half for Sri Lanka. Now here comes the Chinese. That's Zhu. Brilliantly done off the base of the ruck, off the base of the scrum. Easy try under the post for the Chinese. So they go off the mark on the board. Lilian Zhu. And the try has been converted. Look at that replay. Too much pace for the Sri Lankans. Nicely done. Under the post she goes. Lilian Zhu. 7 points to nil. Chinese are leading at the moment.
Please do so. The captains of Hong Kong and Uzbekistan, if you have not reported for the cost for your match coming up, please do so right now to the match officials. Thank you.
Once again, now Sri Lanka once again. Not 10 meters, says the referee. Quick tap taken. Gives it out wide to De Silva. Now Sri Lanka at the breakdown. Sri Lanka need to come good. Now Aisha gives it to Attanayaka. Attanayaka has pace as she gone around now, trying to offload. Aisha once again securing ball for Sri Lanka. Aisha Sevens Pereira, excellent work. Sri Lanka have some speed in their wings. The likes of Anusha Priyadarshini. The ball pops out. Now it comes out to Attanayaka. Lovely work from Attanayaka. It's a knock forward from Sri Lanka. Now China will counter attack. That's Lee with the ball. She has no one in front. And Lee once again failing to collect the ball. China in position. Referee playing advantage for the Chinese and a penalty. Quickly taken from the Chinese, and that's the second try for Lilian Zhu. That's excellent. Lilian Zhu scoring a second try. And China lead 14 points to nil. There you go, replay. Penalty given to China, quickly taken. Sri Lankans walking back, not looking at the ball carrier. And she goes under the post. China restart once again. Knock back, says the referee. Turnover ball for China once again. Opportunity. Once again, nice hands from the Chinese. This time it's Lee. And she scores the third. She'll score the third try for China. That's beautiful. Nice hands. Draw and pass, draw and pass, draw and pass, and then at that tap back. Conversion good too. So end of the first half. There you go. The try once again. A nice offload. And too much pace for the Sri Lankans. 21 points to nil at halftime. China leading Sri Lanka.
Japan versus Thailand. That will be a cool Rugby game. Japan and Thailand. Asia Rugby Sevens Series 2015.
Very interesting women's match coming up next. Japan versus Thailand. Both teams unbeaten. And will be looking to go ahead earlier on. Japan beat Uzbekistan 21-17. While Thailand beat Singapore 22. Thailand narrowly beat Hong Kong 7-5.
Second half action coming up. Sri Lanka versus China.
So we move on
21
to
points
the
to nil.
second period of play with Sri Lanka having some catching up to do. They're trailing.
Sri Lanka putting a bit of pressure and recovering the ball. And a penalty for Sri Lanka early on in the second half. Running across is Munasinghe. Strong body position from the Chinese. Looks like they have turned over. As a penalty comes up, quickly taken by Tong, looking for support. Tong once again. Does she have the pace to go over? Takes a couple of tacklers down. Now a lot of players on the outside for China. That's nicely done from Zhang. Scoring her second try, that's wanting Zhang. So 26 points to nil. China leading.
They move on to the fast lane. 28-0 for Sri Lanka.
Chinese making a couple of substitutions. As well as Sri Lanka do. Taking out Priyadarshini Attanayaka. Coach Chandrashan Pereira ringing in changes. Kick once again. Tap back. Sri Lanka managed to recover the ball. Now the skipper Virat Kohli passing to no one, and a lot of pressure put by the Chinese, and they turn over ball. They have players on the outside. No need. That's a beautiful run by Lily Hung. Off the base, picked it up, looked up front, no one was there. She was through. Look at the replay. Pins years back, no one in front. So the skipper has been taken out as well, Virat Kohli. Chandrashan, the Sri Lankan coach for the women's sevens team. Now Sri Lanka trying to run wide, but they're running backwards. Desi had the pace and a knock forward. So the Chinese will have another opportunity. About a couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes to go to end the play. Nicely done. Nicely cut back inside. Beautiful running line from the Chinese. Too much power. There are about 5 Sri Lankans there committed to that tackle, and it's an easy try coming up for China. Too easy. K. Chen, who scored the try for China. And there's a Sri Lankan down. Doesn't look good. Look at that. The replay. And a Sri Lankan on the ground doesn't look good at all. Another injury. So once again, the medical staff attending to the injury. We stop in play. Referee has stopped the clock. She doesn't look good at all, the Sri Lankan player. Not sure who she is though. Just kicking herself. Lily Huang, 4 tries scored so far, the top try scorer so far. So the play restarts as Sri Lanka, with only 6 players, looks like they have run out of substitution. The Chinese just ran through the Sri Lankan scrum there. Now the ball comes out wide for the Chinese once again. Another try scoring opportunity. And she scores. That's Wen Qing Zhao. Wen Qing Zhao scores another try for China. And another 40-point win for the Chinese. Easy. That's it. That's the end of the match. China beating Sri Lanka. There you go. Confirmation 45 points to nil. China beats Sri Lanka in the Asian Rugby Sevens women's game.